Then you're going to have to lay out who the guy works for, where he goes. But if you want a daytime firefighter, that's a different story than a fire inspection. You can maybe combine them, but you have to do all this. And we're ready. We're going to have another meeting, and you asked us to get information, and we've got some people that will come in and talk to you about that. We're going to have another supervisor meeting. But I think you're spinning your wheels.
With the task of just seeing what that person would cost, or what benefits are associated, to go into that investigating and see what's out there. That doesn't hurt anything.
Who want to know that?
Yeah. Is it the board's consensus?
Excuse me, Eric.
Yes.
I just don't understand where you're going. You're going to buy him $3,000 worth of bunker gear? You're going to give him a response vehicle? What are you going to do? It's just not hiring a fireman. You don't have a fire station. And then he's going to sit and mute.
We got 3 of them. So.
It's not that simple.
Yeah.
That's why we need to do the study. I think you're putting all I'm saying is I think you're putting the cart before the horse. And that's what the whole study was for. To come up with a long-range game plan.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Eric knows what we're going to have to do. And he simply wants to find out what the cost might be.
Well,
To do inspections is what I assumed it was.
I have a man ready to come in and give you a briefing on how to write an ordinance, what it would cost to do an ordinance, and what it costs a tax dollar. You could contract it, the businesses pay for the inspection, and it helps the fire departments and it helps the township. And you don't have to hire a full-time employee to do that. You can contract it out. The businesses pay for all the inspections, the township gets the benefit, the fire department gets the safety aspect of it, because he's there for 2 things. To get people out of the building so you don't kill anybody, and to protect the firefighters that are going into the building. That's basically what these fire inspections are for.
Where is he from?
CEA Associates, I believe that's what it's
No,
called. And he's just one, and he was willing to come in and talk to us, and we were going to come to you.
Where does he live?
In conjunction with the study.
Where does he live?
You're able to share that information with Don, that he can provide a summary.
We were going to have another meeting with the supervisor. At the last fire district meeting, we were going to get information and bring it. We're doing our due diligence, and we have a man to come in and brief you on this. I'm just saying, it's a very open-ended question. It's not as simple as you're making it sound. And that's one of the reasons. 2 things you got to do. We're doing our research, and you need to do the study if you want real hard answers. I mean, basically what you're saying, you're starting Cecil Township with paid firefighter. It's with what?
Honestly, yes, because you'd like to investigate how much that would cost. It's just a number. You're going to hear me bring up about the police department, but we're going to make a few modifications for them back there. I'm going to ask the board to send out this drawing to get some quotes. Everybody, you ask them to do anything, well, how much is it going to cost? It's a simple thing that he's trying to assimilate that kind of cost information.
I think that we are doing it. When did we meet last, Bill? When did we meet last? 3 months ago?
No, it's only been 2 months.
2 months. Okay, so you have the information that we wanted?
I have a gentleman willing to come in. We want to meet with the chiefs first and present his proposal to you. And I'm not sold on this one company. He's just giving you the big picture, what can be done without, quote, hiring somebody. Or you basically have, he'll tell you what, you have to basically tell him what you want in the ordinance. You can be as strict as you want, or you can start out gradual. You can have different types of inspections, different rates of inspections, and he'll lay all that out. I mean, and that's what we're going for. I mean, we've been fighting this for a long time. And you know, Tom, I fought for Phil to get here on the daytime. I think, maybe the answer may be, after we do the study, instead of hiring 2 full-time firemen, you hire 2 more public works guys who can respond from public works, who have the background, and they're working until there's an emergency. It's better to give them 2 weeks a year off at fire service and have extra public works guys. I'm just throwing this out. That's what the study will do.
We know that cost.
And Canonsburg's done stuff like that. Other places have done stuff like that. Ed was just going to, someone down here, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you have numerous communities in our vicinity that have paid daytime people. You have Mount Pleasant, you have McDonald, you have Midway, you have Canonsburg with 2. You have Morris Strabane with a full complement of men. Peters Township with a full complement of men. Finding out the cost isn't going to be a problem if you just explore those people. The big fact remains here, folks. This study needs to be done. This study's been talked about for years, and it's been put off now twice for sure, and we're working on the third time. It has to be done, just for everyone's peace of mind, let me say.
You're the first who would say that all three departments have to sign on.
I agree with you. I agree with
We
you
got two letters
100%.
so far, we're waiting for a third one.
I agree, and we have to move forward with this. This is,
I disagree, Tom. Your board can call the study in. If we don't cooperate, that's a black mark on us. You're in charge of the fire service. You can call for the study. If people don't participate, then you're gonna have to make a decision on how to handle that.
Well, we tried, and but the state just nixed it. When they said one department wouldn't cooperate, they just walked away.
And the biggest surprise I heard today was after our meeting, we heard they sent the letter in. And that's all I can tell you.
that's what we were told.
We were told.
I talked to Alan Zalbeck, and he was all for it.
Yeah.
This is a couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
I-
I thought it was a
The letter
done
we
deal.
got, no, it wasn't. The letter we got from the department was, if this and this and this and this, then we would cooperate, we would participate. It was just an if letter, it wasn't a, we
And
will.
I was told after that, he got the answers and he said, yes, that's what I was told. That's all I can tell
He
you.
didn't convey that to me. I was told it.
He said they're good to go and they were signing the letter. He flat out told us that. I mean, it didn't happen. I don't.
Well, Tom's the one that sent it to him. Don said he didn't get anything yet.
When do we set up a meeting then?
I can just call Alan or send an email and ask him.
Based on what the chiefs told us, and we understand that they did, they are going to send a letter.
Just so I'd like to see the number for next month. All right? Keep us posted.
I mean, just ballpark, down the road here, and I forget which township it was, put out an ad for a part-time fireman, 18 something an hour, I believe it was. Peters Township pays $32 to $39 an hour.
Okay.
I mean, that's the ballpark you're in.
And include healthcare, just the total package, or everything like you would for an employee. Next topic, Dawn update vacancies, comprehensive plan, zoning plan, planning commission. Any other ideas?
Only vacancies we have right now, or what I've been asked to investigate, is whether or not we can get more involvement with the comprehensive plan committee.
Yes?
Suggestion came up about preparing flyers, a brief flyer, when they say what comprehensive, should I decide to be a volunteer member, what would I do? What are these things? What are comprehensive plans? We would prepare a flyer that would have that information so that anyone can hand it out. They can in the public's eye. Of course, it seems some of the supervisors with their contacts are talking to the constituents, hey, maybe you'd like to participate. So this way that flyer can answer any questions someone may have about wanting to participate. And maybe we can garner some additional interest.
The other thought that goes along with that is the possibility, if the board would agree for Dawn to investigate an IT or a marketing position, or let's go another route versus an ad in the newspaper, and have Dawn look into hiring someone that can advertise at the chief's website or bounce it off of another site, explain what the comprehensive plan and how it's shaping the community for the next 5-10 years. But would you guys be okay with Dawn bringing back a report on an IT or a marketing position?
In a sense, we hired a consultant to do that, didn't we?
We paid them a lot of money.
Right now?
Olson, was it Olson, $3,000?
No, we paid them,
He passed away.
well, no, we paid them like
That was for the comprehensive plan.
$14,000 or $16,000.
So the thought is, we got to get it done. We got to find another creative way to get more than 3 persons. So again, same with the fire department. Let's put the flyer together, but I would say please do investigate a person that would be IT and marketing. Let's get some involvement, or some involvement. Next topic, was brought attention or investigation. I'll give it to you, Dawn, but the lights in the parking lot, what times the parking lot lights go out? Before the meetings are ended.
This wall pack is too bad.
The wall, not the lights in the water itself.
Right here.
No, we need a light outside the store. It's dark until you get to the park.
There's a light there, it's just off.
And then override,
It's never
the
been,
parking lot out here, I think was, it just didn't come on, or there's something. Could you just investigate or try to see some results for next month?
you know, the front, if we can have some lighting for people when they leave here after dark. like tonight and many nights throughout the year. It's not,
There's bollards along the whole, those
There's
ways.
one.
There's bollards along,
Someone hit that and screwed those up.
so they're all off.
Someone tried to drive it on the sidewalk. Yeah, and they hit them all and they shorted it, shorted the rest of the line.
This is really, that's it, resolve it. Another topic that came up was Mayview and Georgetown Road. We did that in complaint, I had another one, but Dan, could you provide any insight on how we should handle that? I stand at the road and it's maybe 4 or 5 feet above my head, and that corner has been graded.
The property owner, or the contractor who did that work out there was alerted that he was grading outside the bounds of the approved plan. He has since pulled that back in, that grading back in, but the site itself there has been raised about 7 feet higher than the elevation of the road. And I'm not aware that we have any ordinances that limit, what elevation people can set their final grade at for a site plan. I mean, it's all done within reason to try to maximize the use of the lot. So what we can do is we'll check that site distance again and just make sure that any of the planting or anything that's proposed to go in there isn't going to impair the site distance anymore. But I think it's okay now when it's done in its final form, now it's pulled back. We just have to make sure and follow through. We will.
See if the stop sign needs moved, or if we would put sidewalks in there, is that obstructed based on a big hill out there now?
Yeah,
Trees
I
or
think the
plantings.
sidewalks would still fit. We just want to make sure the trees are, up on the property where they're planted.
Any other comments on the border? Does that sound fine? Let them investigate and get back. I mean, they're building right now. Seems uncertain, just that they'd be building on the fill that used to be 10 foot lower,
Well, they compacted and you can put a spread footing.
Still fine, as they still
That's a design,
piling some beams in down below the surface, or any of that? No, don't need it? All right. The last item was just for Dawn, a sign of support. Wanted to see some snapshots of the township. So from Dawn, that we do have some agreements, or see a sign of hands that would be looking for something like a notebook binder to be placed in your office that would give a snapshot of Cecil Township, showing the residents, the square miles, the roads, second-class township codes, anything that describes who Cecil is, an employee flow chart, employee job descriptions, employee benefits rates, vacation days, sick leave, Cecil Township parcels that are owned, and Cecil Township assets, non-maintenance department. And that would be in a binder that would be kept in your office, and it would be used for the supervisors to assist with evaluating the whole team. So the idea is to look at the team that is, and have that in your office. And I'd like to see the supervisors behind that. You agree? You agree? Right, Paul? And then the same thing, a snapshot of the police department. Snapshot given to Dawn, police officer, or chief, showing the officers, the rank, the salaries, the longevity, because that does affect the salaries, the vehicles, the year, the make, mileage. Dawn has a list, we can give her just a copy of that to you. Township assets as it relates to the police department. We'd like to see a snapshot possibly of the police department that is 6 months, January 1st of this year to June 30th, 2016. So this will be for next month's meeting. So if you could just stretch it a little bit so it shows that number times 2 should be the end of the year numbers. And then please, if it could be contrasted with 6 months, that would be January 1st to January 30th of 2015. January 1st through June 30th of 2015, excuse me. And then the same snapshot will be in that binder as well and given to Dawn, but this one done by Bill, please. And that would